Okay, next part of your final. Okay, write a function for the table. Miles traveled jumps from 0 to 17 to 34 to 51. Gallons of gas drops from 11.2 to 10.2 to 9.2 to 8.2. Writing a function is like writing an equation. I explained this terribly when we did it before, so I'm going to do a better job. Make your line, but instead of equals y, you put equals g. Now g starts at 11.2, then write plus, and then put a multiplication dot, but put m. Okay. Now, as soon as I know what goes there, I have my answer, my function. This is how you find it. Start at the bottom, please. 8.2 minus 9.2, negative 1. Now put a negative 1 and underline it. Now take 51 minus 34, 17. Now do it again. 9.2 minus 10.2. It's negative 1. Okay. 34 minus 17, 17. So it's negative 1 over 17. Minus that, want to guess what it is? Negative 1. Want to guess what that is? 17. They're all the same rate, so just divide it. I do not want that. Hit second PRB equals, and you put negative 1/17. Okay. So there's your function. 11.2 plus negative 1 over 17 times m equals g. Okay. Okay, total relationship is linear or nonlinear. Okay. That should say or a nonlinear function. Okay, 14 minus 11 is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. Put 3 over 1, please. 11 minus 8 is 3. 1, 3 over 1. 8 minus 5 is 3. 3 over 1. Since it's always the same, it's linear. 72 minus 12, 60. 3 minus 2, 1. So it's 60 over 1. It's always the y over the x. 12 minus 6 is 6. 2 minus 1 is 1. That'd be 6 over 1. Okay. 6 minus 2 is 4. 1 minus 0 is 1. So that's 4 over 1. Those are not all the same. That's a nonlinear. Okay, domain and range. I want to buy a limited edition coins for $22 each. There's a limit of 8 coins for a customer. Find the domain and range of the relationship. Is the function continuous or discrete? So make an XY table. Money is never X. Money has to be Y. Coins is X. Now just go 0, 1, 2, go to 3 if you have to find the domain and range. Now if you don't buy any coins, you don't have to pay any money. If you buy 1 coin, that's times $22, so 22. If you buy a second coin, 2 times 22 is 44. Third coin, 3 times 22 is 66. Okay, now there's a limit. The limit is 8. That's your limit for your X. Now to find the limit for the Y, you just take 8 times 22. 176. Okay. So the domain 0 to 8, that's your X. The range 0 to 176. Now the dreaded question, the continuous or discrete. Okay. Well, put 2.5. You can pick any decimal you want. Can you buy 2.5 coins? Is that possible? No, it's not. So decimals, cross it out, and that is discrete. If a decimal is possible, it's continuous function. Blank page. Graph the equation. You can use the MB method. It's up to you. Slope intercept method. Or for it, you can make your table on this. I don't care what you do. If you make a table, just go -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Slope would be 2 over 1. Y-intercept would be -4. Okay. If I use a table, I'd write 2x minus 4 on each one. Remember, that means 2 times x. So -2 replaces the x, and I take 2 times -2 minus 4, be -8. If you want to make it plus -4, it's the same thing. Put a -1, 2 times -1 minus 4, -6. Put a 0 over the x. 2 times 0 minus 4 is -4. Then I think you get the hang of it. -2 and then 0, because it does follow a pattern. Now if you do slope-intercept, you go down 1, 2, 3, 4. Then from there you go up 2, forward 1. Yeah, and then you make your line. If you're making a table, -2, -8, you go back 2, down 8. Remember, x is this way. This is the x, this is the y. Okay? So backward 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Backward 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0. Oh, it's already there. So it's the forward 1, down 2, forward 2, 0. Okay? It's the same line regardless of which method you choose. You can use the slope-intercept or the table. It's up to you. Tell whether the graph's a function. Well, it's a vertical line test. That's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I made it all the way to the end. Function. One, 1, 1, 1. Oh, 3. That's not going to work. That's a non-function. Okay, now we have a continuous graph. Is it a function? Just make one line. How many times did it cross my little graph? Not the axis, the graph. Right there, right there. That's a non-function. If it only crossed it once, it would be a function. Okay, and then the last page. Tell whether the relation represents a function. Okay, so xy, 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 xy. The domains are your x's. The range is your y's. So the domain, -2, 0, 4, 5. So, do any of those domain numbers repeat? No, they don't, so that's a function. It's all about the domain. Now I can fill in my range. The range does not determine whether it's a function, it's a domain. Just because I have a repeat in the range, it doesn't matter. Okay? xy, 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 xy. Okay, so the domain, you have a 6, a 4, a 6, and a 5. Well, I already know it's not a function because I have repeated values of 6, so non-function. The range, okay, range 5, 4, 4, 8. 5, 3, 4, 8, excuse me, okay. Now, before I do this last one, I'm going to go back to this first page. Remember, on the table, make the line equals G 11.2, okay? 11.2 plus something times M to find what that is. Go up the table, minus, minus. Line that up into a ratio, -1 over 17. -1, and if it's the same thing, that's your dot number, then you just write out the equation, okay? Okay, final problem. The volume V remaining in a 243-foot pile of gravel decreases by 0.2 cubic feet with each shovel of gravel spread in a walkway. Write a function rule to represent the situation. So put V equals, it starts at 243. Decreasing, you can put a plus, negative, or a minus, it's up to you. 0.2, but that's multiplied by a variable because it's each shovelful, and we don't know the shovelful, so times S. If it would have said increase, I would write plus. So that's how to write it from a paragraph.